everyone. Good evening. Claire here. Hope you're waiting. You are excited as I am to color this lovely Tilda with you. Just Tilda holding carrot. Today we will be coloring Tilda with Copics, as Maria has explained already. Hello Maria.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Mi senti?
Come stai? Maria has already stamped her image as well. Good girl. All right. I believe Maria has already shared the numbers that we're going to use today. It's going to be quite a simple coloring project today. So you can watch with us as we do it together. I'm going to do the explanation in English and Maria will be doing the explanation in Italian. Obviously, bear with me because my Italian is not very good. So Maria will be explaining everything to you as well. And kisses to everyone. I'm going to turn the camera down so that we start it together, all right? Are you ready, Maria? Sei pronta, Maria?
Sì, pronta, possiamo iniziare.
Okay. Okay, we're ready to begin now. So, the colors that we will be using today for our skin non-Tilda. First of all, I wanted to tell you that I am using a very special type of paper that I buy from UK. It's called Cryogen. I can give you the details later. Basically, my paper has little sparkles and glitters in it, and it's quite a thick piece of paper. It's like cardboard, okay? So that it doesn't absorb all the color and it seeps on the other side. And the image, obviously, I stamped it with Memento. Memento is the ink that I use for my projects when I'm coloring with Copics only. When I color with Distress ink, so I use another type of ink, which is VersaFine ink. The further up you go with the numbers, the darker it gets the color, all right? That's how Copics work. So you can see our E40 is the lightest color, and our E11 is the darkest color. And I like to start with the very, very lightest color, which is the E40s. And we're going to color all of Tilda's face with the lightest color. Maria, are you following? Maria, mi senti?
Sì, sta iniziando con la parte più scura.
No, sto iniziando con la parte più chiara. Faccio tutto il viso. Sì, con le 4-0.
Ok, perfetto.
So you're going to see myself and Maria color together today. If you have any questions, se avete qualche dubbio, domanda, chiedete, sì. Ok? O a me o a Maria, vi spiegherà in italiano. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask away. I see we have quite a number of people watching. There's Jenny. Hello, Jenny. Nuno. Natalie. I don't know who the others are, but I'm seeing that there's quite a few. Oh, here they are. There's Kimberly as well. She's watching us from the US, Kimberly. And there's Barbara. Hello, everyone. So, we started with coloring Tilda's face, all of it with the lightest color, all right? So this is going to be like, we haven't done anything basically, because it's really, really light in color. Just a hint of color. All right, Maria. Next.
Sì, okay.
I'm going to use my E00 and I'm going to start giving it a bit of shade. Yes, Kimberly, this video will be afterwards available as well. You can watch it later. You can't watch it now. And with the E00, we're going to go around Tilda's face, leaving a very, very light area here in the center. Between the eyes, we always leave it clear. All right, so I'm coloring around Tilda's face. I tend to go in circular motion. I don't know if you color the same as me. Leaving this area between the eyes very light. And that's our E00. Let's wait for Maria to finish hers. Now we're going in with our E00, all right, which is a step up. And again, we're going to go over a bit over what we've done, always leaving a layer in between. And then in the end, you can watch what I do to seal the colors together, to blend them all together. As you can see, it's coming up in layers, sort of, from the lightest to the darkest. Ciao, Sabrina. There's Sabrina as well. Now we have our E01. Well done, Maria. You're doing a very good job there. We have our E01. And we're going to color again. Just an outer layer now, not too much overlapping what we've done. We always leave a bit, you know, uncovered, sort of. And then we take our E11, which in this case is going to be our darkest color. Maria, are you managing, or I'll wait a bit for you? Ti aspetto un po', Maria.
Okay, okay.
Okay, Maria's managing. Now we're going in with our E11, which is our darkest, and when we come to our darkest, we only use a little bit, and usually go around Tilda's face, okay, with this one. So we do a bit under the hair.
Io le 0 non ce l'ho, quindi ho iniziato direttamente con
Sì,
le
va benissimo.
11.
Poi
Okay.
mescoliamo tutto insieme, non si vede niente, sai.
Ok,
Now we're
perfetto.
going in with our E11, and we're going to make like sort of like a border around Tilda's face,
Okay.
like this. And as you see, our poor Tilda at the moment, it's looking like she's had a shock of her life. But soon she will be all right. So to mix all the colors together, we go in again with our E40s, all right? And in circular motion, we go in and we blend the colors all together. Back to the center where we started from.
Per sfumare cosa hai utilizzato? Le 0, 0?
4-0, col 4-0,
Ah,
sì,
okay.
la più chiara.
Ok, perfetto.
All right, and we've gone over everything. And as you see, I have removed all the lines that we had with the layers. Those layers are now gone. And as you can see, the colors have blended in together very nicely. Okay. Now we wait for Maria.
Okay.
So that we do the hands and the feet. And again, Maria, we start with our E40s.
Io ho quello con 3 zeri, va bene lo stesso.
Sì, va benissimo, sì, anche.
Ok, ok.
We do the neck. All right, the neck, the hands. If you're hearing people talking in my background, I'm sorry, it's my son and my husband. They're watching Milan channel, and that's what they watch. If you let them watch TV all day, that's what they watch, football. So we have colored in Tilda's hands and feet with our E40s or E30s, whatever you have. I'm going to go in a bit with my E30s now, so you have to wait for me a bit, Maria. And I'm going to start giving a bit of shadow. On the hand, if our light is coming from this direction, then the lightest part is the upper part here, all right? So over here under the hand is quite dark. So that part needs to be darker than the other part. And the hand here as well, we only leave a tip showing. And the feet as well. As you see what I'm doing, just under her skirt. and just above her boots. And now we're going to go in with our A00. Maria, you have this one? The A00?
Okay.
Yes. So you can do the darkest area with this one, Maria, now. Like I'm doing. This area is quite small here. So you need to do this. Leaving a small area up here quite light. And underneath the neck, obviously, because we need to give it a bit of shadow. The lightest part is there. Then we're going to go in with our E01. And again, we're going to give it more shade. The further down we go, the further the color increases, the Copic number increases, and the shade goes in as well. A bit below the knee like this. All right, and now we're going in with our E11. Again, over what we've done. But this time, just a little bit, E11, because otherwise it will be too dark. As you can see, the Copics blend very well together. It's a medium that I like. And I'm sure there are others like me that like Copics as well. Okay. Now we're going in with our lightest color. In my case, it's A40s. In Maria's case, it's A000. And we're going to blend the colors together so that there aren't any lines on the skin. There are other types of markers that you can use. I'm sure there are different brands that you can look at. There's Nuvo, for example. I know Sabrina uses Nuvo markers, and Gian Maria as well, her friend, which seem to be quite good. I've seen them coloring with them, and they seem very, very good as well, and very reasonably priced. So that's the skin ready. All right, now we're going to do the cheeks. La guancia. And for the cheeks, we're going to use R20 in this case, and R02. All right, I'm going to go in with my R20 first, with this one. And I'm going to go over the cheeks. Don't put away your skin colors for now, because we're going to use them, okay, for the cheeks. And with the R02, this one, we're going to give it a bit of a darker color here, a bit orangey cheeks today. All right. Let's wait for Maria. The moment the face is looking like this, in a few minutes, I'm going to show you how you eliminate that line on the cheeks there, okay? Good job, Maria. Now,
per sfumare un po', che ho visto che rimane il contorno troppo netto,
ecco.
Cosa posso utilizzare?
Allora, usiamo adesso, we are going to use our E000.
Ah, right. Ok.
And we are going to go over in circular motion over the cheeks, so that the colors blend together from the lightest to the darkest. So this line won't be there anymore. All right? In a few minutes, you will see it drying up and the colors blend together. And there are no lines on the face. Okay? But I would like to go in a bit darker with my E11. and give it a bit more darker shade under here, under her dress especially. You have seen as well this week and last week that Maria has kindly started giving out tutorials and live videos now with me in the group Magnolia Forever After. Basically, there was herself showing you a Copic video of herself coloring a Tilda. There was Nuno, who gave us a very good insight of how he colors with Copics as well. And there was Marzia, who gave us the insight of how to complete a card, to finish a card. You can view all these videos on our Facebook page. They're all still available there, so you can watch them anytime you please. Maria, you ready? You're happy?
Sì. Ok, vai avanti.
Okay, so let's remove our skin colors now. We don't need them anymore. We're ready. All right, and we're going to start with the hair. And for the hair today, we're going to be using four very different colors, as you can see. And you're going to tell me, but those don't match together, and it's true, they don't. But when you blend them together, they're going to look very good. So we're going to use a light yellow, which is YO2. That is our base color. Then we're going in with our easy. Now, did you color Tilda's hair with the yellow color? You need to devi colorare tutti I capelli di Tilda in giallo, tutti quanti. Lasciando il headband senza colore. I'm explaining to Maria what I've done so far.
Sicuramente avrò toccato il cellulare in qualche punto e si è scollegato il collegamento.
Non c'è nessun problema, non preoccuparti. Allora, hai finito di colorare in giallo? Ok. So, the next color that we have is E04, which is a bit of a mauve pinkish color. But as you can see now, when we're going to go in on Tilda's hair on the yellow, it will start giving it highlights, all right? In light brown color. So we're going to give a dark color here next to the face and on the other side as well. That will go in dark. All right, even here at the very, very front, just a little bit. Maria, if you're not understanding me, tell me.
Devo fare le parti interne?
Sì, la parte qui interna vicino al viso, così. Ok, anche qui, vicino al viso.
Ok.
Now, under the bow as well, it needs to be dark. Because as we explained, the color is coming, the light is coming from this way. All right. Now, what I like to do when it comes to hair, I don't go in blotches, I flick my Copics. So like here, I give it a bit of flick like that. All right. And even outwards here, from under the face, I give it a bit of flick. I usually tend to turn around. My Tilda, my stamped image. You can turn it around as much as you want. And I flick my Copic for the hair. All right, leaving the tips light in color. As you see, this EO4 on yellow comes to very, very light brown. All right. Now, Maria, are you following all right? From under the bow as well, we're going to flick out. And we're going to flick in just from under the headband. As you can see, I'm only leaving small areas in very light yellow. And even here, over the headband, a small part needs to be dark, and a small part needs to be light, to give it a bit of dimension. All right, so basically we have these small areas in yellow left. Maria, if you want, I can put this and you can see it much better.
Non l'ho capito così.
You can see what I'm doing, what I've done already, so you can follow. This color combination always works for me with Copics, and I like it. I tend to use this quite a lot. This color. Ine, hello Ine. How are you?
Ciao.
I wonder where Marzia is.
Penso che vada bene così.
Fammi vedere, sì. Sì, va benissimo. All right. And finally, after we've done all of this, we're going to go in with our A59. You can use a lighter color if you want of brown. You don't have to use this darker color. I'm basically using this color because Maria doesn't have all the colors, all the Copic colors that I normally use, but it's fine. Because then we're going to blend them together. But don't go around putting a lot of this dark brown in, all right? Just a few streaks would do. Again, we're going to go very, very dark next to the face. Okay. Just close to the headband. I don't like giving it a lot of dark color from the start. I tend to go in, reduce, increase, you know, as we go along. Because if then I make a mistake, it's impossible to remove the dark areas. And then I blend everything together with my yellow. Again. In circular motion, all right? Her hair is quite blonde today and shiny. YO2 is quite bright. So we have to lower it a bit down with our E33. All right?
Può essere che la punta dei Copic è più morbida rispetto a quella dei...
Sì, l'ho notato anche io, è così. Even my white soft, sì, hai ragione.
È troppo morbida per fare le linee sottili.
Infatti, è differente. We are realizing that our YO2 is very, very soft compared to the other colors. The nib is very, very soft, which is true, and it lets out a lot of color. So what I'm doing here, I'm only leaving small areas, all right, of yellow. I'm not leaving too much, because this is not a blonde tilde. We wanted a chestnut-haired tilde with some yellow highlights in her hair. All right? So I've only left a few areas of blonde. But as you can see, the colors blend quite nicely together. All right? We can even go in with our EO4 and give it a bit more in certain areas. EO4 gives it a bit of reddish hue. And I don't like having lots of lines in the hair, so I tend to go in and out, you know, and mix the colors together as I please. When it comes to Copics, you know that there are certain combinations that you have to use, etc. But I tend not to use them. I use what I see and the colors that I like. All right, and that's the hair. We're waiting for Maria to finish off the hair. Don't rush, Maria. We can wait. Don't worry.
È venuta strana la mia. Non
Fammi
capisco
vedere, fammi
perché.
vedere.
Aspetta, che non c'è la
No,
luce.
perché è strana? Perché?
Sì, non lo so, non lo so, forse ho
No,
sfumato male con il pennarello quello scuro, essendo morbida la punta, non
sì,
riesco a fare le
capisco.
linee sottili sottili.
Allora vai ancora dentro con il giallo, in
Giallo.
circular motion, ok? Softly, not very hard. With Copics as well, I
Ok,
wanted to explain that you can apply Copics very softly to your projects. You don't have to push the nib down, all right? Obviously, it's not very good for your Copics to push the nib very down, and you can work with them very, very softly. Okay, so
che
for the
stile.
dress, we are using R22, which is our lightest red, all right? Because we're going to do the dress in red. So when I go and give it the light colors, the lightest color when I'm using red is R22, which is a pinkish salmon color, okay? And then we are using R24, or if you don't have it, skip to R27, R29, and R37. All right, those are the colors we are using now. And we're going to go in with our pink, which is R22, and we're going to color in Tilda's dress, leaving the pocket out. All right. All right, so that's our lightest, R22. Then we are going in with our R24. And we're gonna start giving it shade. So as I said, the color, the light is coming from this way. So the darker points would be what I'm marking now. We're only going to leave a few areas in very light color. Like for example here, since the light is coming from this way, it has to be very light. So we stop there.
Che colore stai usando?
L'R24.
Io l'R24 non ce l'ho, utilizzo l'R...
Puoi usare l'R27 se vuoi.
Ok,
Ce l'hai, no?
ok. Sì, 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 sì.
Ok.
Ce l'ho, ce l'ho.
E lascia le zone come l'ho fatte io. Ti faccio vedere cosa ho fatto, perché il tuo sarà più scuro. As you can see, I've left light here on the side of her dress, on the side of her sleeve, on both sides, and I haven't colored till the very tip of her dress. I've left it very light, as you can see, the very, very tip. All right?
Ok.
Maria's going in with her R27 since she doesn't have R24. But we can blend them together with the R22 in the end and it will be okay. However, if you have them in scale of colors, it's better for your coloring. So that the shade goes from light to a sort of growing darker, where you want it to go darker. Now I'm going in with my R27. And again, I'm going to put in the dark areas. But we're going to leave a few areas very light. Like we're going to go around the pocket here. As you see, I'm marking the areas where I like to keep light and the areas where I like to keep dark. And finally, with my R37, which is my darkest, I do just a little bit, okay, of this. Just in the very, very corner. But most probably we will be going in a bit later on with this one after we blend the colors together as well. Okay. I'm making these marks, as you can see, sort of like curves. But with the coloring, then you will understand what I'm doing, all right? Okay. Now we go in again with our lightest color, which is our R22, and we blend everything together in circular motion, as I explained, so that they blend together. And we end up without any lines on the dress. And then, finally, in the end, you will see how I use my gel pen, my white gel pen, to give it more dimension, all right? I would have liked to go in a bit darker here, just a little bit.
In questo caso per sfumare tutti i colori scuri devo utilizzare sempre l'R22, giusto?
Sì, esattamente, quello è il tuo colore più chiaro. Allora con quello
Ok.
devi combinare tutto. È
Ok.
quello che mette i colori tutti insieme.
Ok.
Allora facciamo il headband, ok? Questa qua. Come si dice in italiano il
Sì.
headband?
Il fiocco? Il
Il fiocco,
fiocco.
sì, il fiocco.
Sì, sì.
Ok.
Quindi,
So the darkest area would be in the middle here. A small area here. And again in the middle here. And here we want it all light. Alright, so that remains R22. Then we start gradually going in with our darkest colors and increasing the dark versus the light combination. And our R37, which is our darkest red, in this case, we use that a little bit, not too much. Your darkest, you always use just a little bit of, not too much, all right? And then if you see that you need more, you can go in with it later, but less is better than more in this case when we're using Copics. As you can see, I've placed all my dark colors where I wanted them, and now I'm going in with my R22 and blending everything together. And the lighter it goes, the much drier it goes, the more you will see how the colors blend together. And there are no lines in the drawing, although I've done some curves here because I wanted them there. You will see that there are no lines in the project, all right, in the coloring project that we're doing. Okay, Maria has darkened the areas in the headband where I asked her to color it a bit more. And we are going in now with our W's, all right? As I said, I'm going to use W1, W2, and W3. And Maria is going to use her W0, W2, and W3, right, Maria?
sì, ho V2, V3 e V0.
Va bene, allora col V0 tu e io col V1 andiamo a colorare questa
la
zona
tasca.
qui. La
Ok.
tasca, sì. I forget my Italian when I'm doing these live connections. I forget my Italian, eh? Then I'm going in with my W2. We're going a step darker. And we're going to do the darker zones, which are around the pocket. And leaving this area here very light. With the shoes, we leave this area here very light, in the middle. Alright, so basically I laid down my color. And with my darkest, my W3, I'm even going to give it a bit dark. As you are seeing, I left this area here very light and this area here very light. And I'm blending so that the colors don't leave any lines. Alright, but I'm going to go in a bit darker. Usually I tend to increase more color, so I go a bit darker, you know, in certain areas. Like, for example, I don't know. What's this? I would go, for example, with my BG93, which is a total different color. Maria, don't use it. I'm going to show them the difference. So like that, I would go in with a totally different dark color, you know, to give it more dimension, if you know what I mean. All right. But Maria's not going to use this. I like to leave quite a bit of difference between my dark areas and my light areas. All right. And now I'm going to blend again with my W1, which is my lightest. All right. And that's the shoes and the pocket done. Now let's do the carrot. And for the carrot, we will be using these colors, which are YR31, Y38, sorry, and YR04. All right, as you can see, it's a scale of colors going from light to orange, light yellow to orange. So we're going to color the lowest part of the carrot with our YR31. Going darker with our Y38. And our very darkest is YR04. It's quite a small area, this color. But you can see how the colors go up from one color to another. And again, we blend in with our lightest color, which is our YR31. The top part here of the carrot is obviously green. And for that, we are going to use G000 or G00, whatever you have, YG03 and YG23. And again, they go from the light to dark green color. So with our G000 or G00 like Maria has, we're going to do the base. Okay. Then we're going in with our YG03 and we're going to give it a bit of shade to make it pop. With our darkest, just a little bit in certain areas. We're making it dark. Okay, and you can go in with an even darker color if you want. For example, a G14. Let's see what this one would look like. I tend to experiment a lot with my Copics. Okay, that worked as well. All right, so you can see what she looks like now. Now, to go around Tilda's area to give it a bit more shade. First of all, it would be nice to give her a bit of ground for Tilda. So Maria, let's use our E33, what we used for the hair. All right? And let's draw a line like that.
Ah, per fare sì la parte bassa dove ci sono i piedini.
Esatto. A bit like that. Our E33, not much. But we give it a bit of ground. All right? And maybe even a bit of our E59. These are the colors that we used for the hair. And then we blend them together. Let's see what happens. Ho fatto un po' di E59 sotto I piedi, Maria, anche.
Ok.
Okay. Now, what I use to give it a bit more dimension, first of all, we have to do our background, Tilda's background. And for that, I think I'm going to use a very light color, which is our, I don't know, my B's maybe, or my C's. I think I'm going to go with my C1. Or actually, no, let's go with our B30s. Maria, ce l'hai questo colore B30?
Ora ci guardo, vediamo un
Even
attimino.
B00
Sì,
would work.
sì, B con 3 zeri, B000.
And let's go around tilde and give it
Fare il contorno?
per il contorno, sì. Now, what I use to give it a bit more dimension is a jelly pen, all right? A jelly roll pen. This is a Sakura pen. I mean, you can buy these even online, I mean, from eBay or wherever you please. And it's a white gel pen, basically, and I use it to give it more dimension. All right, so what we're going to do here. Maria, do you have a white gel pen with you?
Io ho, aspetta che ti faccio vedere cosa ho questo. Io ho l'Uniposca, oh mamma mia, ho l'Uniposca, questo qua.
Sì, facciamo qualche dettaglio. Allora, aspetta. Prima...
Aspetta che ti faccio vedere in un foglio, perché non si vede bene.
In certain areas, look, I'm doing... Now I need my notebook. Here it is. Because sometimes my pen tends to stop working on my coloring, but then I go in again and it works, you see? In certain areas, I put on this white marker to give it a bit more dimension. And we're going to do the freckles on Tilda's face. This is the finished Tilda today that we colored together with Copics. We've given her a red dress. I will be using this Tilda for our next challenge of Magnolia Forever After group. I will show you later what I've done with it. Obviously, next month you will get to see what we're going to do and what the challenge theme is going to be. In the meantime, stay tuned because our Ditty design team of Magnolia Forever After, as I said, have been doing videos. Like, for example, Marzia has completed a finished card. Nuno has shown you what colors he uses when he colors with Copics. And Maria as well has shown us how she colors with Copics as well. So we can all watch these videos on our group, on the Magnolia Forever After group. Vuoi dire qualcosa?
No, hai detto tutto tu, perfetto. Io ringrazio tutte le persone che sono online con noi, che hanno seguito magari questo live, che tu sei bravissima nel spiegare la colorazione. Io ho cercato di fare...
Ma hai fatto tutto bene, credimi.
Tutto bene, grazie.
Brava, sei bravissima. So thank you for watching with us. We are sorry we've had that mishap before where we had to hang up and redial again, but then we managed. These videos are going to be on the group, so you can watch them whenever you want. All right, there's part 1 before we got cut off, and this part where we continued coloring our Tilda. And if you have any questions, as with me and Maria told you, feel free to post them on the group and we'll be happy to answer them. All right? In the meantime, let me turn the camera around so that I say goodbye. I'm going to say goodbye to you and good night because over here the time is almost 10 o'clock and we're off to bed. We're working tomorrow. So
Grazie mille.
Time to color our Tilda that we have done today. All right. Bye bye. Ciao Maria.
Ciao. Buonanotte. Ciao.
Ciao.